Hey everyone, do you know what? It's Sunday and it's 1 o'clock and my house is quiet. And so I thought I was going to make a slideshow for all of you with regards to the leadership ladder. And I'm going to do that, but rather than record my voice on the slideshow, which reminds me I need to post the team call with that recording. I don't know if I finished that. Put it on my to-do list. I've created some slides with regards to the leadership ladder. And so I was going to share my screen and just show you how the leadership ladder is created and how it makes up your business. And so the leadership ladder is relatively new. It has not been around the entire time that I've been a coach. And it really was a way for the company to say, okay, this is what Emerald looks like. This is what Ruby looks like. This is what Diamond looks like. This is what One Star Diamond looks like and beyond. And we had that for a long time. And we all, work towards achieving rank. If we're here to build this business, to change the financial reality of our families, then rank advancement is something that you need to go through. It's not necessarily something that drives everybody, and achieving a certain rank may not be something that motivates you, but it certainly is indicative of the growth of your business. I'm going to move this water before I knock it over. And so it's one thing to have all of these ranks, but the company realized that people really needed to know what sorts of things they should be doing at each level. And you'll really see when I show you these slides that there's benchmarks for each rung of the ladder. And then as you move up the ladder, your business building behaviors are the same. You just continue to add to them. Okay. So let me share my screen. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to pop this open and I'm going to do this right from the beginning. Okay. I think I am from the beginning. There we go. So what is the leadership ladder? The leadership ladder really is a way for you to see how the business is laid out. And I do this because it's like you're climbing a corporate ladder, right? It's the same sort of thing in your business. Now, I will speak as a teacher. We get, say, a TC. Well, it's not a T. It's now called ATC, not just a teacher's license. It's called I forget what we used to call it, but now it's called an ATC, a teacher's certificate 5. Oh boy. See, I don't even know because I have one master's, so I'm trying to think of what it is when you go up. And so you can go back to school and you can pay money and you can get your master's, and that helps you in various areas of your teaching. So for example, my master's is in curriculum planning. There's master's in literacy, there's master's in technology, there's master's in inclusion, there's master's in leadership if you want to go the admin route. And so that's similar to ladder. And so what Beachbody did was they figured out that we all know what the rungs are, or we all know what the ranks are, and we know that we come in as a coach, we are new from challenge groups, somebody sees something in us that says, do you know what, you would make a really great coach, you're motivational, you have your own personal goals, why don't you come and join my team and I'll show you what you need to do to go from coach to Emerald. And so then you join a team like Team Nova Elite or Team Empower Republic, and you are part of a team as a coach. And so the business, the Beachbody always has had coach, and then Emerald, and then Ruby, and then Diamond, and then 1-star Diamond, 2-star Diamond, on up to 15-star Diamond when you're considered a superstar. And they had all these things being thrown at people, and they were finding that people needed to know more about the nuts and bolts of what each rank meant and what sorts of things they can be doing. Because what you'll see is that when you are at one rung of the ladder, it's really knowing what to do at that rung, but then knowing what's next to help you move up to that next ladder. So the very first rung on the ladder is what most of you are, which is a business starter. That means that you have purchased a challenge pack, you waived your sign-up fee, you are in a challenge group with your coach, and you are starting to see some money start to come in. So each one of my slides, it's going to start with the benchmarks of what makes up that rung. So a business starter typically makes $100 a month in commissions. Now, if you find any literature online with regards to our leadership ladder, it's going to say $100 BP per month. Don't let that confuse you. That simply means bonus points. And that's only because with growth of the company and with plans to go to other countries, it's not called dollars. So they have business bonus points, or is it bonus points? Yeah, but it's commissions. Okay. So if you are a business starter and you are helping 3 to 5 people a month, you are making $100 a month in commission. Now, if you're not, right? If you're not, then we can have discussions about why you're not and how to get there. And so as I go through each one of these benchmarks, I don't want you to see, oh, I could never do that. I'll never have that, or that's going to be too hard. This is on average what coaches are doing and what they're earning at on each one of these rungs. If the business building behaviors are not there, then that's what we look at with regards to whether or not you're meeting those benchmarks. So $100 a month in commission. They're meeting Success Club 5 by the end of the month. So think about that. If you're at Success Club 5 by the end of the month, and remember, that's just a benchmark. Maybe you're making $100 commission because you are selling fitness programs, you're selling the dermatological line, you're just selling Shakeology, you're selling cookbooks, you're selling Energize, like the performance line. You may be making $100 a month, but you're not making Success Club points, right? So in order to move up to this coach level, a business starter level, then you have to have all of these benchmarks in place. So you're a Success Club 5 by the end of the month, and you're paid as a coach. So that means that you are signed up to be a coach and you're being paid. So those are the very basic benchmarks needed for you to go from a brand new coach to what's called a business starter. And we have a couple on our team, and some shout outs are coming, so I don't want to ruin those shout outs. But you are considered a business starter if in a month, say in the month of October, you made $100 a month. So remember, we get paid every week. So if you don't know what you've gotten paid, go back into your back office, go into My Business, and go under earnings, and it'll have each week laid out. Look at all the weeks for the 10th month, and it will show you how much money you have made in the month. If you've made $100 in commission and you're a Success Club 5 before the end of the month, you still have time. You are what's considered a business starter. Now, and I'll talk about this more as we go up the ladder, next month, right? If you don't help anybody and you don't make $100 in commissions and you are not Success Club 5 by the end of November, you lose that rank, that rung, sorry, not the rank, that rung. You come down a rung. But let's say in November, and you don't have to be an Emerald coach to be a business starter. You can only have one coach. But let's say in November, you help another coach. So let's say you have 2 coaches in November and you meet Success Club 5. Well, you're already making $100 in commission right there. So then you will be a business starter again next month. So what sorts of things are you doing to be a business starter? So each one of these slides, there's going to be a do this column and a know this column. Okay. So what do you do as a business starter? Well, you're connecting with people that are in your warm market, the people that you already know. You are asking them if they have any health and fitness goals. You are posting about what you're doing, and then they're probably asking you back what you're doing. You're inviting to a challenge group that your sponsoring coach is running. You can go months and months before you might be ready to run a challenge group, and that's okay. But your sponsoring coach runs them every month if they are successfully building a business. So you can bring your coaches, and if your coach is not running them, you can bring them into mine because I run them once a month, if not twice. And you don't just plunk your people in there and go, okay, Christine's going to look after you. You're part of that challenge group, and you are sharing and you're encouraging and you are showing them what it is like to be a coach. They may not have any idea what coaching is about. They may not even be on your radar as to whether or not they would make a good coach, but they've invested in you. They've invested money in you, and they've invested their decision to become healthier in you when they could have gone so many other places. So in the challenge groups, they are your customers, and you are helping them with recipes, helping them with meal plans, encouraging their workouts, giving them tips on form, anything that you know has helped you, you then pay forward to your challengers. Okay, you're drinking Shakeology every day, you're working out every day, you're being proof the product works, you're investing 10 minutes in your personal development call. into your personal development, and you're listening to National Wake Up Calls. And guys, in the very beginning, you have a plethora of National Wake Up Calls at your fingertips that you can listen to while you're food prepping, folding laundry, driving to work. I mean, if your kids aren't crazy in the background, but there are so many National Wake Up Calls that are archived through the past couple of years that are there for you to do. So as a very foundation, these are business building behaviors that you will see as we go on to the next slide are still important for every rung of this ladder to do. We are always connecting with people. We're always having a challenge group coming up and that we're inviting to. We're doing psychology every day. We're working out, although I'm not, but that's part of my story. We're doing personal development. Invest 10 minutes in personal development. I do way more than 10 minutes. I would say I'm at about an hour and a half a day. 20 minutes at bedtime before my eyes kind of glaze over, but I'm listening to podcasts. I would say I listen to 2 podcasts a day. I'm always on YouTube searching things. And when my kids aren't here, I turn off that soccer game and I put YouTube onto my television and I'm going about my house and I'm kind of walking around a little bit more today than I should be. I'm going to have to ice soon. But I'm doing personal development all the time. And I'm not a business starter, right? So you still have to do those behaviors even though you're past that rung. Okay, these are the sorts of things that you need to know. The 4 vital behaviors very quickly. They are inviting to challenge groups, inviting to your lifestyle. So you're sharing and you're not necessarily always saying in a personal message, hey, join my challenge groups, although those are important as well, but you're inviting to the lifestyle. You're telling people that are in your network, this is what my house looks like and I'm pushing it aside to get a workout done. Or my house is a mess and I don't want to work out today, so I'm not going to. I'm going to clean my house. I'll get it done later. Or here's a simple recipe that I have on the fly on Tuesdays when I'm heading to Spell Read. That's inviting people who are not in this to have a little sneak peek into your life and how you make it work. That's number 1. Number 2 is being Proof the Product Works, Workout, and Shakeology. Every day you are on a program, you are on whatever day you're on, and you let people know into your life how you're making it work with your life and you're drinking your Shakeology. Sharing your recipe, how is it helping you? Is it helping with your joints? Is it helping with your energy? Is it helping with your cravings? Are you otherwise eating a bunch of junk? That is sharing about Shakeology. Personal development, you're not just reading it and keeping it to yourself. That's not helping anybody, right? If we are here to serve others, we're not necessarily only going to help people who have purchased something from us. So how has your personal development changed your thinking into the future and where you are right now? How has that changed who you are? And just write about that. And I say just like it's easy, but it can be easy. You don't have to overthink it as much as you think you have to. Excuse me. And number 4 is recognition. So you're recognizing challengers. You can do that, just with a little snippet of something that they've sent you, and you can block their name out if they don't want to. You can give them a shout out. You can shout out coaches. You can shout out coaches who are not even on your team. Like I try to shout out other coaches, like I'm thinking of Mandy, just because she was on a really good run there where her family was gone away. Mandy Crouch from Kiana's team. Or coaches that are like Success Club partners or challengers who couldn't do, like anything you can find that's positive is a recognition and part of our 4 vital behaviors. Okay, you know what your story is and you know how to share it via social media. Maybe you're not on Facebook, maybe you're using Snapchat, maybe you're using Instagram, but you're aware of your story right now versus what it was like a month ago, 2 months ago, 2 years ago, before Beachbody entered your life. And this is another thing that people really like. When you talk about back when I didn't know what Beachbody was, I assumed that all coaches were fill in the blank, or I assumed that those programs were fill in the blank, because I personally thought, why recreate a new program if P90X was so awesome? If Brazilian butt was such a good workout, why do they need more? But what I know now is that it's an industry that is leading in they keep everyone's goals and health goals in the forefront of their business plan. And it's, there's maternity workouts and there's things that are low impact and there's things that are high impact and high cardio and just weightlifting. And it allows them to market to various people. It's very smart. But before I thought, well, I should be able to do step aerobics and just hit my goals. Now I realize that my lifestyle needs to have a program that's going to fit my lifestyle rather than changing who I am to fit a workout. And that's a picture that I paint through my story. You need to know some social media skills. You don't need to know them before you become a coach, but as you grow and learn, you definitely are going to learn how to share your story and how often to share it. In the beginning, you're kind of wondering who's even seeing this. And I tell my coaches all the time, you need to share and share often, regardless of who's seeing your stuff. I mean, there are algorithms and there's ways that you can, get email lists and all that stuff that we can really get really involved in. But I can assure you that when I start to overthink things, I have a hard time hitting Success Club. When I start to worry about this eyes and this audience and this group of people and this demographic and who's my audience and who am I sharing to, when I start to overthink that, you guys, I start to compare myself to other coaches. I start to listen to leaders in the industry that don't necessarily jibe with what I'm doing, and I stop helping people at a foundation level. So just know your niche and know how social media is helping you build your business. Okay? Know the value of Shakeology. Know some of the ingredients in there. Don't just Spice Happy, Shakeology, and share that and go, good thing I had this today. Let your audience know why Shakeology is valuable. Compare it to a protein powder out there that is not as comparable, because I don't want you to just say Shakeology is better. Why is it better? What makes it better? What of the 70 superfoods in there are helping with your inflammation in your knee? What's helping you curb your cravings? What is in there that's boosting your iron? What exactly is the sugar content, and why is it so high because of the beets? What is the processing? And if you don't know any of that, you guys, that's an opportunity for you to go and get that information, because you are a teacher. You're there to teach people exactly what Shakeology is all about and how it can fit into their lives. Okay, a variety of programs, not just a 21-day fix. Denise mentioned the other day knowing more about on-demand, and I'm going to create a similar slideshow about that. I'm just not really sure which information to share. But knowing a variety of programs. If you've been doing the 21-day fix for 5 rounds, guess what? It's time to change things up. It is time to start lifting heavier, doing more cardio, because I can tell you that you feel so fit doing 21-day fix. Then you do another program, say 22-minute hardcore, and you feel like you're not fit. You are, right? But different programs are going to hit you differently. So knowing that for a customer is going to be very valuable for your business. If you're only ever talking about 21-day fix and you're only making Success Club points in 21-day fix, that's fine, but you're only going to attract people that need 21-day fix. You're not going to attract people who, say, want to bulk up and put on weight, right? Or people that are runners and they need a cross-training program like PiYo. Those sorts of things are really important to know. And know some very basic things about the compensation plan, how we get paid on commissions, some team cycle bonus and how to make them, and what Success Club points are all about. So as a business starter, right, if you're already at that rung, you are at that rung for the month. So, of course, we get paid every month. So I will show you quickly in my back office where I find that when I'm done this little presentation. But you can find it in your back office on that main page, and there's tabs, and one of them says Leadership Ladder, and it will say, I think, last month, currently, and then where you're going next month. And so for me, I was a team leader, and I will be this month, except for the fact that I have zero personally sponsored coaches with Success Club points, and you'll see what that means in the coming rungs. Does that matter? It matters to my bottom line, like it matters to the money that I have coming in. Does it matter to all of you? I don't know. It just depends. I mean, for me, when I know that I'm working with Christina and she's my coach and I'm helping her because she needs to be on a rung of a ladder and get Success Club points and have coaches that have Success Club points, which you'll see next slide. That's important to me. I value that because I'm part of her team. I'm not going to get the phone. I'm not going to get the phone. I really hope it's not. Just one sec. I'm going to hobble over there. It might be my husband. Here I come. Oh, it's my dad. I'll call you back, Dad. No offense. No offense. Okay, so those basic, that basic information is all in your back office. I will show you in just one sec. Okay, moving up the ladder, we have a team builder. So once you are Ruby or an Emerald coach, remember an Emerald coach is you +2. So you plus a coach on your left and a coach on your right is an Emerald coach. Ruby is you with one on your left, one on your right, another one on your left, and another one on your right. And of those 2 coaches, you have an emerald on each side. So you're starting to build quality coaches. So you're starting to attract some business builders. Now, I suggest you sign up your spouse right away and start to build your spouse, because you want him or her at the very top of your business as one of your next coaches, so that they can get some of the volume through there. Okay. So some of the benchmarks for a team builder are, in a month, you make $250 in commission. Okay. You make Success Club 5 by the end of the month. But I'm going to tell you this, that as we go from team builder and on up, they have Success Club 5, but I personally think Success Club 10 is a goal that you should be shooting at. So let's look at this. If you're at Success Club 5 by the end of the month and you're making $250 in commissions, that means that you're not just selling 3 challenge packs, right? Commissions wise, you're selling a few other things. So don't settle for Success Club 5, or don't just sell challenge packs if you're looking to be a team builder on the leadership ladder. And you guys, this is all just so that you understand where your vision should be. So if you are a coach and you're not yet a business builder, that doesn't mean you can't be shooting for a team builder rung, because lots of you make Success Club 5 by the end of the month, but you may not be making $250 in commission because you're cutting yourself off at Success Club 5, okay? You're an Emerald coach, so you may be a coach with one coach making $250 a month in commission and making Success Club 5, but you will only ever be at a business building level because you're not an Emerald coach. So there's a value in you going Emerald as quickly as possible, because you could, if you're an Emerald coach, that means that you've helped 2 people. And if you're making Success Club 5, although let's call it Success Club 10, because that's a good place to shoot for as well, and you're making $250 a month in commission, then you are at the team builder level, and you can maintain that because you're an Emerald, as long as your coaches don't go inactive, and you can continue to add coaches and stay Emerald. An Emerald is you plus 2. Well, you plus 8 on each side is still an Emerald. You don't change to Ruby or Diamond until you get some Emeralds on those sides, right? Right now you should be thinking, how am I going to get an Emerald? Oh, okay, I should be posting every day about the coaching opportunity. I should be bringing people to the live events. I should be bringing people to the coach opportunity, right? I should be forming my challenge groups. Oh, I need to run challenge groups every month. Do you see how, like, it's all encompassing? It's not a matter of, I'm going to drink the Shakeology and I'm going to build a business, right? It's a lot, but when you divide it up and you kind of see your year to your week to your month to your week to your day, and those 4 vital behaviors, they are what builds your business, so that you can get to the $250 a month, so that you can reach Success Club 5 by the end of the month, or 10, and you can be a paid Emerald. Okay. Also, this is where it's new, right? The other rung on the ladder didn't have this, but on this rung and on up, you need to have your coaches, your personally sponsored coaches, with Success Club points. So let me paint the picture for you. If you are a coach, if you're a newer coach, and you have you have a coach and you have, say, a spouse, okay? You have yourself, and then you have a coach, and then you have your spouse, and then maybe another coach. Your spouse would have to have a Success Club point. And then one of your coaches would have to have a Success Club point. And so if they didn't have that, then you wouldn't advance to a team builder rung. Okay, so you might make it $250 in the month, right? Your 4 weeks added together. You might have Success Club 5 by the end of the month. You might be an Emerald coach, but neither one of your coaches are making Success Club points. And if I'm going to be totally honest with you, that's what's holding me back from moving from a team builder to a team leader. Because when you go up in the next slide, you'll see that the commissions are more, and you need to have team volume in your week leg be a certain number, and you have to hit your Success Club 5, and you have to be a certain rank. But you need to have coaches who are hitting Success Club, because what is that telling the company, right? That's telling the company that you are a leader in some way. You are helping people in your life gain some financial freedom, and you're helping them build a business. Well, I can only lead a horse to water, right? If I have all of these building coaches, but no one's hitting Success Club in any way, it's not that I have success. That's not that this team builder needs to have 2 sponsored coaches at Success Club 5. They each need to have 1 point. So that means that this team builder would then be helping two of her personally sponsored coaches duplicate what she is then doing, right? So you can see the team aspect of it. It's not a matter of signing people up and going, okay, I can just sit back and relax. It's a matter of signing people up to this opportunity and then sharing with them how then they can go out and duplicate some of the same behaviors that you're doing. Okay, I'll move on. Oh, there it is. So you have to have 200 team volume points in your weak leg. So very quickly, you have your business. You have a strong leg because your coach above you is placing people, and you have a weak leg, which is your leg to build. So you have a team leg, which your coach above you is placing coaches below you, which is adding to your volume. And then you have a weak leg. So in order to hit the benchmark of team builder, you also have to have 200 points in your weak leg. So remember, points come from selling things that have personal volume points attached to them, but you can also earn team volume points. So let's say you have yourself, and you put your spouse on your weak leg, and you have another coach over here. Well, let's say you meet Success Club 5, second week of the month, and you say, you know what, I'm going to start to build my spouse's side, and you start to put coaches under him or a coach under him. He now is going to get that commission, but it's you, and those volume points are going to go into your weak leg. So you just want to watch your preferred placement and make sure that some of your volume is going into your weak leg, because you have volume in your strong leg because your coach above you is feeding into it. Okay, 200 volume points is not hard to get. Most of you probably are already there. And if you want to look, go into the tab. I'll show you. Go into the tab for Leadership Ladder, and the Leadership Board will be there. The Leadership Ladder tab will be there. It will show you how many points you have currently. Okay, moving on. So do this. Okay, you're still focusing on those coach activities from the earlier slide that I showed you, like your personal development and your workouts and your recognition, and you're inviting to challenge groups. Okay, you're really focusing on the challengers that you have in your groups. You're giving them shout outs. You're focusing on their results. You're hosting your own challenge groups. But if you're not, that's okay. Your coach can continue to help you, not just run them for you, but to help you. You're starting to sponsor some new coaches, and you're going to get them into the Coach Basics groups that is in our pinned post in our team page. Okay, you're in the team page, you are engaging. You guys, when people post and nobody comments, it's kind of a punch to the gut, I gotta tell you. And I don't mean on a personal level, I mean on a business level. We are a team, and our team page is a place where people can come and celebrate and vent and look for guidance, look for suggestions. And I gotta tell you that when I post, and I don't know if anyone agrees with this, and maybe they don't, but when I post and nobody responds, it's like a punch in the gut. I'm not gonna call anybody out. Nobody needs calling out. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Am I on a team page where I don't always comment? All the time. There's times when Kiana posts in Team Nova Elite or Team United Legacy, and I don't respond. And I try to not do that. I try to respond more often, but it's very hard to try to engage in conversation when no one's engaging back with you. So part of our job as coaches is to be present in our team page. You know who's present in the team page, right? And even if someone posts something that makes you, it's not so that you can feel bad about what you're not doing. It's also not so that the person who's posting is bragging. It's about posting because you're part of a team. You're part of a family. You're part of what was once a challenge group that was gung-ho and energetic, and then you're bringing people onto your team saying, oh my gosh, you should come join my team page. It's amazing. And then it's crickets, right? It's the same as your challenge groups. You don't want your challenge groups to be quiet. You want them to be engaged. And when you have a challenge group that falls flat and no one's talking, you just want to crawl into a hole and cover up and quit, right? I can tell you that I feel like that sometimes on our team page. I'm not going to quit because I know that I'm working with people who are willing to work, and that is all of you. So put an end to the non-responding, and let's give people some support when they ask a question or they post a result or they share something, share a workout. Like some likes and some comments is very, very powerful. That's all I'm going to say about that. And of course, we're running free groups. I just got all the information I need to run a free Crock-Pot group, a coach, another team. I just said, hey girl, I love you part of your group. And I'm going to be honest with you. I simply want all of your information. I want all your content. So she's like, sure, no problem. I got all her scripts. I got all of her interactions. I got all of her pictures. I'm going to put them in a file and put that in our file section. Okay. Know this, or this is taking longer than I want, so I'm going to do this quickly. Okay. How to convert challengers to coaches. You guys, if you have great challengers who are in your group, who are energetic and supportive and motivating, and then you invite them to our team page where it's crickets, it's kind of difficult, right? So know that energy that challengers have, and then bring them into the team page and show them the kind of family that we have in here, the energy that we have, the business building things that are going on in here every single day. Okay, getting started right call. I will run all the getting started right calls. If you are a brand new coach, I can tell you right now, I'm going to run a getting started right call on Wednesday of this week. I have yet to put up the post. If you are not a brand new coach and you still need to have a refresher in the back office, I encourage you to hop on, because you're only as strong as the information that you have. Okay, you're using the business activity tracker. That's the one that I showed you today with the orange and the yellow highlight. Use it consistently because it helps build your business. It helps you keep track of the conversations that you're having. If this is a new contact and then a new invite, that same person, and then you see 2 days later they purchase a challenge pack, you can see the progression of how you first invited them, then you followed up, and then they purchase. Does it always happen in 3 days? Absolutely freaking not. But it's possible. And also you keep those business activity trackers so that you can go back and find them. Okay, understanding how we get paid, rank structure, preferred placement, and team cycle bonus. Those are all for different videos, but I will certainly do a video on all of those if you need help. Moving along. So team leader, right? Team leader is, I am a team builder, and I keep flip-flopping between team builder and team leader. And I'm technically a 2-star diamond. I say technically because both of my diamonds right now are inactive, one being Rob and another coach, right? And so I take full onus of Rob because I'm building his business. He needs one more emerald. He needs coaches that are on my team because they're basically his coaches who I'm helping them to get to emerald. That's my job. So a team leader needs to make $1,000 a month in commissions. Okay. They need to have Success Club 5, but I say 10 by the end of the month. They have to be a diamond coach. So again, that's you plus 4 coaches minimum on the left and 4 coaches minimum on the right, and an emerald on the right and the emerald on the left. A 1-star diamond is 5 coaches on the left, 5 coaches on the right, and an emerald on the left, emerald on the right. 2-star is 6, and an emerald on each side, okay? So this is for diamond and 1-star. You have to have 4 of your coaches. 4 of your coaches need to have at least 1 Success Club point in order for you to move from team builder to team leader, okay? I have 0 right now. Right? And I hate harping about Success Club points. I don't want people to think they have to join my team and then make Success Club and then I make that mandatory. I absolutely don't want to make that mandatory. But then I have conversations with coaches who want to build this, right? And coaches who enjoy the challenge aspect of building a business, and they want to help other people in their lives. And then they're not making Success Club, and that Success Club is the way. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can absolutely help people without selling Success Club or challenge packs, and we know that, right? There are people who don't want Shakeology. There are people who want 3-day refresh. There are people who just want on demand. There are many ways to make this business successful with not selling challenge packs, but that is a benchmark put in place by our company that we are working for. And so they then have the leadership ladder set up so that you are reaching a rung of the ladder because you're helping your coaches, right? It's about a team aspect, not just, okay, well, I get to be a team leader because I'm making $1,000 a month and I'm Success Club 5 and I have $5,000 in 5,000 team points in my week leg. Because I was able to make the team volume in my week leg because I was placing coaches on my weak side. And I'm a diamond coach because I've built my business to be so. And I have Success Club 5 because I'm making that every month. And I'm making $1,000 every month. If that 4-person sponsored coaches with at least 1 Success Club point wasn't there, then it would very much be me working for me. But that's not the point of the company. The point of the company is to help people lead healthy, fulfilling lives. So if I'm doing my job as a team leader, I am helping at least 4, but hopefully way more coaches on my team lead healthy and fulfilling lives. It just so happens that they have that with Success Club points. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so this is what you're doing as a diamond coach. You're continuing with those coach and emerald activities, right? Those 4 vital behaviors. I'm helping my coaches become emerald coaches. You plus 2, right? Helping them with scripts, helping them with dialogue, running push to emerald groups, helping them with posts, helping them remain engaged in challenge groups. Those are all very important activities that I do daily, right? That other diamond coaches on our team do daily to help their coaches, okay? Co-host opportunities and live calls, right? That doesn't mean you don't have to be a diamond to do that, right? If you're shooting for diamond, that's something that you would engage in so that you feel that Band-Aid ripping off like Jessica talks about, right? And knowing how it feels to talk just on a Zoom call, like presenting something. Oh, by the way, I need 2 people, the 1st and the 14th, right? Those are opportunities that team leaders create for their team, okay? And you have a presence in your team page. That is definitely not just for diamond and 1-star diamond coaches, but if you are a coach who is considered a leader on your team. And I think anybody who is a coach with at least 1 coach in our team page is considered a leader, because you need to be visible to those coaches. You need to say that you are present and you are engaging and you are answering questions and you are commenting on things and you're sharing your progress and all of those things that are coach basic behaviors you're doing within the team page, because you have eyes that are watching you all the time. And even if it feels like it's going nowhere, I guarantee it's going somewhere. I guarantee you, because I feel it. But if you're not sharing, your coaches feel that too. Okay? You're recognizing top performing coaches, whether it's Success Club points, whether it's volume, whether it's recruiting coaches, whether it's awesome posts. Like I try to share to our team page all the time with all the awesome things I see you doing. So you don't have to be a diamond coach and a 1-star diamond coach to do that. You can do that as a coach, as an emerald coach coming up the rungs of the ladder, so you can feel what that feels like. It feels pretty damn awesome to shout someone out for sure. Okay? And you're participating in one-on-one calls. So if you are even an emerald coach or a diamond coach, losing rank or not, we should be engaging in one-on-one calls. And I reach out to my coaches often. And it might not be a phone call. It's a message that would then maybe set up a phone call. But please know that that's something that I do, and I encourage you to do with your coaches. Okay, know this. Okay, how to attract through your personal brand. What is your personal brand? Do you have to do a branding course? No, I've done one. A couple of our coaches have done one. I find that when I was heavily doing it, it led me astray. I found that I wasn't, I don't want to say as easily, but it seemed to be a lot of thought and not a whole lot of action. And so I felt like it kind of played into my my success with Success Club points. I don't want to ever say that I shoot for Success Club every month. It's non-negotiable. But there are some coaches who don't. But I do find that branding yourself, as a busy mom, as a corporate mom, as, a yogi, as somebody who's a stay-at-home mom who takes kids in, whatever your brand is, know what it is, and you know it when you start to share it, right? Your kids are busy, mom of 2, mom of 3, like who are you posting to? That when you discover what your brand is, the only way you're going to discover it is if you continue to share it and you get feedback from your audience, which you will start to have. Okay, your social media skills, how to effectively engage and train members on your team, right? Like when you bring people from your challenge group and you introduce them to our team page, we want people to come in here and be able to duplicate what we're doing, right? So what is it that you're doing that your coaches are watching you doing? And if I was to say to you, Sarah, can you train Terry Lynn on the leadership ladder, right? Is this just verbal diarrhea to you? Are you able to internalize what I'm teaching? And then you could take that and go, okay, Terry Lynn, this is the rung you're on, and this is where you're going to aim for next month, right? What are the business building behaviors that you need to do to make it there? That's not my job solely. It's our job as a team. And I work with coaches who are not my personally sponsored coaches. I'm willing to work with just about anybody, right? That is in our team page. And so that's kind of something that I'm duplicating for all of you to do. Okay. How to run a power hour. What sorts of things, what sorts of scripts are you using? What are you doing in an hour, right? That you can sit down and go, okay, I just sent this many invites, this many reach outs, this many follow-ups. I posted to my challenge groups. Like a power hour is not just scrolling through Facebook. It actually is time on task where you're not just kind of going, oh, wow, she has fall pictures and look at those pumpkins and I'm going to decorate for Halloween. Do you guys want to decorate for Halloween? I need Halloween costumes. Like you can get stuck in that vortex. You got to put your blinders on, know exactly what you're doing on a daily basis from 6 in the morning till 7 in the morning before your workout or whenever your power hour is going to be. But it needs to be dialed in, time on task. Otherwise, you're going to wonder why your business is not building. Okay, you need to know how to use your back office. And if you're lost on that, join my Getting Started Right call on Wednesday and your compensation plan as you move up the rungs and as you sign coaches. Let's say you sign a coach right away with a challenge pack. Boom, you're making $40 extra. So if you have a customer who wants a challenge pack and you have one coach left to get Emerald, that is a no-brainer that you would upsell to sign up as a coach. Because number one, you should have that conversation every single time you close. And it goes something like this. I'm just wanting to let you know, because I like to save some people some money, you can actually sign up for a coach today. Don't worry. You don't have to do what I do as a coach, but you can reap the financial benefits of being a coach. Are you interested in me sending you the coach link? It doesn't cost you anything extra today. And then next month, your Shakeology is discounted. Just wanted to let you know so that I'm saving you some money. Thoughts? You guys, like, it becomes a no-brainer. There are lots of people, pause, who just don't want that. But that's okay, right? That's okay. You can still pitch it to them, and then if they don't want it, that's fine. But if you are a coach with one coach looking to go Emerald, or you're a coach that is, one coach away from going Ruby or Diamond, or a couple of coaches, if you're making Success Club 6 by the end of the month, and they're all challenge packs, well, they would be all challenge packs, unless you have some Shakeology HDs, then I hope you're closing with that coach because you're making $40 extra every time you do that, right? Or 50 if it's one of the higher end programs. Okay, and then a star diamond bonus is quarterly, 4 times a year. We get a big bonus, and I'm going to tell you, the next one is at the end of the year. I missed the third one because my diamonds are inactive. So that really sucks. That was, I think, $700 that I'm not going to earn because my diamonds are not active. And I'm not going to, I don't want to take Rob needs one coach to go Emerald on his left leg, right? He had an Emerald, but he lost it. And I could easily place a coach there. I could easily go, you know what? So-and-so, I'm going to give you a coach so you can go Emerald. But I don't want to do that because it doesn't help that coach build their business. Okay. But that's $800 that I would have had if I think it was 780 or something. Okay. Moving on. Organizational leader is a 2-star to 4-star diamond coach. I'm going to do these really quickly because we don't have any. Okay. So you're getting $2,500 in a month in commission. You are Success Club 5, although I guarantee you all organizational leaders are 10 and above, like 20, 25, 30 and above in Success Club points. You are a 2-star diamond or above. So when I am a 2-star diamond and I have these things and I make $2,500 in a month, not every month, I did a couple months, not this past month, and this month it won't be. But I also don't have, this is a big one, right? You need 6 coaches with a Success Club point each. So you see how it's not just you, it's you and your team, right? And then you need 15,000 in your team volume in points in your week leg. That's a lot. That's a big jump. I kind of get between 5 and 6 right now. So getting to the team leader is doable when I get my coaches with Success Club points. So it's a big jump, but it's still something to look at. Okay, so, right. And you have 2 personally sponsored coaches who are team leaders on your leadership ladder. So when you see people doing shout outs, like Kiana always says that, I don't even know. I don't think Sarah is an organizational leader. I think she's the next one up, which is executive. But if you see someone's an organizational leader, then this is what you know. You know they're making $2,500 or more in a month. They're at least making Success Club 5. They are a 2-star diamond or above. 6 of their coaches are making a Success Club point, but I guarantee you they're probably in Success Club. They have a minimum of 15,000 team volume points in their week leg, and they have 2 of their coaches are team leaders. Well, guess what? You don't get to be a team leader without some heart and hustle, right? You don't get to be that rank without someone helping you and encouraging you and supporting you, right? This is never a only you job. This is a team effort, right? Okay, moving on. You need to do this. Continue with your daily activities. You are, as an organizational leader, you're developing your diamonds on your team and your team leaders that are on your team. You are leading team calls. You are leading Emerald to Diamond trainings, which I run those even without being an organizational leader, right? Because I know that I have Emeralds on my team who are kind of just flapping out there and going, what do I do now, right? So I want to make those opportunities available to you so that you have a vision of where your business is going to take you. Okay, you get a monthly insider every month as a diamond, and that kind of gives you the sales and the upcoming promotions and all the activity, and you're attending the New Leader Conference. I would love to go to the New Leader Conference. The New Leader Conference is going to be in February, and I have qualified with the exception of being a 2-star paid diamond coach between October 1st and December 31st. So sometime between November 1st and the end of December, I want to be a 2-star paid 2-star diamond coach because I already spent my 6 weeks qualifying. But for me, and I don't want to make this about me, but we're in this business for our financial future, right? So for my situation specifically, if I want to go to that New Leader Conference, I need to be a 2-star diamond coach paid for at least one of the weeks in the month of November and December. So I'm gonna work my butt off for that. Can't do it alone, but it's still a vision that I have for myself. Okay, know this, how to create a brand for your team, right? Not just for yourself, but for your team. Because as a coach, you are, in the beginning, you're like 100% working on you as a coach. But as you start to move up this leadership ladder and as you start to change ranks, you start to realize that it's kind of a 50-50, if not a 70-30. It's more, there's a lot of work to do as a leader. And you also have to carry your own brand as a builder of your business. So you're starting to develop a brand as a team and as a team culture. So when you see coaches post about, part of your tribe and this is what I do on Tuesday nights, I get to be part of this, that, and the other thing, that's building a brand as a team. Okay, you need to know how to motivate your team leaders on your team, right? Because as you go up the ranks, you're moving ranks because your coaches are moving rungs on the ladder, right? So you need to know how to share that with people and how to motivate them. Okay, how to customize systems for your team. We have the pinned post. We have trainings that are available to us. We have push to Emerald groups. We have push to Diamond groups. Those are all systems for our teams to be successful. Without them, people are just kind of going, okay, well, I'm in this team page and no one's talking. There's no energy, right? So it's all a team effort, okay? And of course, once you hit a 2-star diamond, you can open a second business center anywhere in your business. So you basically duplicate yourself. That's something you can do with a 2-star diamond to 4-star diamond. And the last rung is executive leader, which is a 5 to 15-star, also called a superstar diamond. Okay, benchmarks. You are making $8,500 a month in commissions. You are Success Club 5 or higher by the end of the month. You are a 5-star diamond and above, and you get to place on a whole magical wall on Facebook when you're a 5-star and above. You have 8 personally sponsored coaches with Success Club points. You see how that continues to grow. It doesn't just kind of go, okay, well, you can sit back now because you're at the top of your business and your business is going to work for you. No, you have to still help your team build. Okay, you have 50,000 team volume points in your weekly, and you have 4 of your coaches are team leaders on the leadership ladder. Okay, so you do this, right? Continue your activities, you're training coaches, you're holding one-on-one calls with the top 1% of your team. So you with your team leaders and your what was that other one before this? The other rung that none of us are on. You're holding one-on-one calls with them, right? But we can still hold one-on-one calls just because we're not at that rung of the ladder. That's where we're going. So we need to hold one-on-one calls to motivate and support and encourage each other to do those daily behaviors to get us to those rungs, okay? We're looking at Success Club points and volume trends. And hey, at the beginning of the month, I noticed that your team volume is this. And then in the middle of the month, you kind of take a dip down. That's probably because 3 months ago, you sold all kinds of challenge packs in the beginning, and those Shakeology orders are happening at the beginning of the month, but then towards the middle of the month, you didn't have any, so you're not having a paycheck. Like, it's all related. When you start to understand that the lives that you're changing is affecting your bottom line, you start to go, I need to post a lot and attract a lot of people if I want to build this business to the success that I want. I'm holding one-on-one calls with qualifying leaders. So that means if you have people who are just about to hit a rung, the team leader rung, you're having conversations to talk about how many of your coaches left to get into Success Club. What's your weak leg volume looking at? Maybe change your preferred leg so that it's pumping up your weak side more. Right? Those are all conversations that you have with your coach. Okay, you're hosting team activities, leadership retreats, summit meetings. So some of you saw at Summit that like Tara Carr and Lindsay Martin even, they were having team calls in auditoriums with their huge teams, right? Because they are that big. The only chance they all get together is when they're at some kind of big thing like Summit. So we're trying to put together a leadership retreat. We're not all going to be able to get together, but then come Summit, more of us will be able to come together. Okay, and of course there's PD seminars. Okay, you know this. You know how to shape and share your team vision and culture, how to work with people at advanced levels, where your team needs support, and goal setting as a team. So that's big, big, big picture. So I am going to stop sharing for 1 second, and I'm going to actually screen share I'm going to go into my back office. Let me exit of this. Can I exit of this? Let's see here. Okay, so if I do a screen share, I'm just going to go into my back office really quickly, and I'm going to show you where you find that information, because you guys, I know that's a lot of information, but it's not until you start to follow your own rung and see where you are and where you need to go that you start to find the information within your back office, okay? So I'm going to sign in. And for those of you who don't check your back office, you should be checking your back office every day. Okay, so this is your very first page, okay? So it has, this is what we do on our Getting Started Right call. So Coach Breaking News, your Success Club, and your information over here. So this is right now. So I've got my Shakeology ship. That's a yes. And I'm at Success Club 10 for the month. So that's a yes. So under here, under Leadership Ladder, when you click on this will tell you what you did for the month. So last month, I made 1446, so above the 1,000. I made Success Club 5 or 10, so I was actually 11. So that is above the 5. I was a diamond paid coach. I had 3 coaches with Success Club points, and I had 5,175 points in my weak leg. So I needed 1 more coach to meet Success Club to go up that rung of the ladder from team builder to team leader. Now, big picture, does that matter? I don't want you to watch this and go, oh, I feel bad, I didn't get a Success Club. I want you to want to get a Success Club for your business, not because it helps me with my business, although there are coaches who are like, you know what, we're part of a team, and to be part of this team, I want you to hit these goals. I'm just not that kind of coach. And I've told challengers that there's never pressure, right? You're going to buy a challenge pack from me. I'm going to follow up with you up the wazoo and probably drive you nuts, but there's no pressure. You're going to have to make the changes in your challenge groups for you, and I'm there to support you. It's the same thing as my team page. I'm there to support you, to give you guidance, to give you motivation, to give you scripts, to give you follow-up, to give you feedback, to give you shout-outs, but I can't build for you, right? So last month, that's where I am. So this month, this is where I am. So I have, this is paid up until last week, so there's still this week coming. I'm already Success Club 10. I'm a diamond coach. I have 0 coaches with Success Club points, and I have 4,047, but that will shift as of Thursday. So that'll be, I'll go in and see what my week leg volume is, but that'll probably shift. And if you're looking for that information, I'll show you where you can find that information. So if you go into My Business and you go into volume and you go into weak leg, see left leg, right leg. So 900 of that, this 900 is going to be added on to that volume. So I will have that checked off of those benchmarks. So the only thing that's going to be holding me back is the for personally sponsored coaches. So you can find your volume in here, but really it's not until you're watching that that ladder that you're going to want to go out and seek that information, because how does this go up? How does your bonus points, that's what it was. How do bonus points go up? That's dollars, right? So this is what I've made so far this month. So that's going to go up as I have a paycheck, right? How is this going to go up? It's going to go up when I have more conversations with people, when I invite them to challenge groups. My status is what it is. My next rung, it says team leader. So once I go team leader here, right? Next month, in the month of October, let's hypothetically say that in the month of October, I have 4 coaches between now and the end of October who get a Success Club point. And this is going to go, ooh, that might not bring it up high enough, actually. What was that number? Was it 900? Oh, yeah, well, I have to add into that too. Sorry, I had a little brain fart. So volume is going to be 900, so it'll be 947. But between now and Thursday, I'm going to sell more challenge packs. That's my goal anyway. So I will add that volume as well. And I have my preferred placement set on my right so that any coaches that I plug in is going on the right. I have Rob's preferred placement set on the right because he's on the right of my weak leg. So if I'm watching my leadership ladder, right, I just have to watch this. And then next month, let's say by the end of October, this becomes 4 and this becomes 5,000. And then my rung becomes team leader. I only hold team leader if I can do that again in November, right? If I don't do that again in November, then I go back down to team builder. I don't lose my diamond rank. My pay doesn't change. But if you're looking at the business building behaviors that I'm doing, I did something differently in October that I'm doing in November. And I'll be honest with you, every month it comes down to Success Club points with my coaches. And we can have a really real conversation about that. Christina went live in Empower Public about that. Just about engaging and knowing, where you're at and where your head's at, and me knowing where your head's at and knowing what I can do to help you. Because I can only lead a horse to water, right? I can't make you earn Success Club points. Okay, so I'm going to stop share. I hope that wasn't an overwhelmingly amount of information to the point where you tuned me out the entire time. I'm going on a long time. How long is this? I don't even know how long this has been. I don't know. So I'm going to stop share and I'm going to create this into a file and I will share it to our team page. And hopefully this will give you some little clarity on where you're at, where to find out where you're supposed to be, and the kinds of things that you should be doing. And hopefully this is ringing through to you, that it's the 4 vital behaviors on every single rung. So if you're looking forward going, oh my God, I'll never be there, and you're not doing the 4 vital behaviors, start with the 4 vital behaviors. If you're a brand new coach and your people don't even know you're coaching, shout it out on your Facebook. Shout it out and say, since finding Beachbody programs, this is how my life has changed. I love it. I'm going to continue. I'm doing 21-day fix, blah, 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 whatever you're doing. I guarantee you conversations come of that. Okay, I'm going to stop share. I'm going to share this with all of you. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Bye.